Hello everybody, welcome back. I have a new video for you. I really hope you enjoy it. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kisha. I blog every day at kjaggers.com. That link is below. So I am back on this beautiful morning with a full cup of coffee. I'm not going to even edit out taking sips. It's morning. I need the coffee. And my video schedule has been kind of out of whack, and I need to start posting at midnight again. Maybe this will go live at midnight so I can get back on that schedule. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll post this early and then post another one at midnight. I'm not sure. But anyway, I am back today answering some of your questions. There's tons of questions that came in from the video I put up to Instagram, to Facebook, to my contact form, to blog comments and questions. And I have a lot of these questions to answer. And some of them I've kind of grouped up. Like, I'm going to answer some from the contact me form first. And then hopefully in this video, I'll answer some from Instagram. And then I'll make some other videos. I know Scott got some questions. I don't have him here. But I will grab him and pull him into a different video whenever he is around to answer some of his questions. I do know some of his answers though, but not like in depth. So we better get started because I tend to ramble. It is morning. The first question is about the kids. How do I handle the kids situation? And, well, how do I handle it? Some days I like it, some days I don't. I mean, you know, is it hard having the kids split up over summers and over holidays and over different states? Yes, is the answer. It's hard. It's a product of divorce. And so, yes, it's hard. And, you know, like I've said in so many, and I'll try to link some of those below, but I think I did a full video on this. We try to let our kids pick where they want to live. Now, Brittany, she does like living at her dad's. She's got all of her friends. She's got cheer, and she's got all that kind of stuff going on. So, she wants to live there. I moved away from there. She didn't really want to move away from there. Jackson prefers to live with me. And that's perfect. Love that. My oldest son lives in Indiana. My husband's daughter also lives in Indiana. And his son lives in Louisiana for the time being. So it is a very blended family. And we do our best to get through it. I got a big blog post about blended families. Maybe I'll link it in somewhere for you. If you're watching on iPad, I'll try to remember to link it in the down bar. I'm still getting used to that. I thought you could just click on all the links on iPads. I don't use my iPads. So yes, it is difficult at times, but we do it. And we have a beautiful, amazing family. And just because we're spread out doesn't mean we're not close and that we don't talk. You know, I'm thinking about moving back up north simply because of the kids. I don't really want to live there. It's not something I take lightly, but most of our family is there, and in a year or two, maybe we'll think about moving back up. So a lot of questions have come into blogging, and I've only got a couple here, but I know there's a ton in different places because I've read them. How long have you been blogging? Can you help me design a blog? I've been blogging 7 years, probably. First blog was MySpace. Then I went into Blogger, and that's where I've remained. How can I help you design a blog? Not really. I might do some tutorials or something, but there's tons of free blog designs. They have very specific instructions. You can just follow those. You can have people on Etsy who make blog designs. A lot of them will install those for you, so you don't have to really worry about it. You can pay for a big firm to do all that. You don't really need that. You can just hop on Etsy, type in like Blogger or WordPress templates, look for one you like, see if that shop offers installation for you, and you know, that's an easy way to do it. I have that video up on how to make a blog in Blogger. I've never put up another Blogger video. I know I keep saying I will, and I will. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what way I want to go with that. So hopefully I'll have some more up soon. People are asking a lot about my hair. It's kind of wet still, and it's not flat iron, so it doesn't look like perfect or anything at all. It's morning, you guys. I took a shower a little bit ago, and it's still like a little bit damp, but it's kind of like brown with some highlights. I don't know. I couldn't take it as dark as Scott wanted it. I tried. It was too much, and I'm not totally satisfied with it right now. But I don't know. I'm still getting used to it. I had some highlights put into it because I just didn't like the super dark. This is probably as dark as I'll go, but I say that, and then I get, my hair dyed, and my hair absorbs the dye really, really strongly. So it doesn't take long for it to dye my hair, and it makes it darker than what I want. So, I'm always trying to be careful with that, but I don't want it super light. But this is good enough for now. What video editing software is another question I get asked a lot. I use Corel Video Studio 7, and they have a new one out now, but the new one doesn't include a lot of the free music. So, yeah, I'm keeping the one I got. But it's Corel Video Pro 7, and it took a while to learn to use. I'm still learning to use it, but it's better than Movie Maker, and there's a lot more effects and stuff, so I like it. I've gotten tons of questions about the cats, labor questions because of the cat videos. And you guys, I'm not a vet, so I can't really answer a lot of your labor questions, but I'll try. That's something else I'll talk about later. Another one that I will talk about later is my favorite movies. And I plan on doing like a full video on that one. Another question that was put to me in my contact forms was, how do I get along with my ex-husband? I don't always get along with my ex-husband. Most of the time we do, but he's still an ex-husband, and we still get on each other's nerves sometimes. But we really try to put the kids first, and every decision that we make together is easier for our kids. The more decisions that I make on my own and that he makes on his own, there is like a fly in here, and it's driving me nuts. It's just like a little fly. But we really try to make them together. Our fights are not that serious. I wouldn't even call them fights. Our disagreements are generally about times we're meeting up, or, to switch out the kids, or, something silly. It's usually nothing important. On most of the important stuff, we agree. And really what's helped that is time. It takes time to be able to get to that place. And if you're newly separated or newly divorced, it will take some time generally for most couples that have split to kind of come back together and still parent without harsh feelings for the other. It's not always easy. And my ex-husband and I didn't feel that way when we were first separating. It was, it is a work in progress. So you just got to keep trying and not give up. And the same goes for marriage now, because I was all upset a few days ago, and it was over silly stuff. It was like, the garbage guy comes on Friday, and I took the trash out of the can and put it in the not in the living room, I put it in the kitchen area, and Scott just like walked around it and didn't take it out on Friday and didn't pull the trash to the curb on Friday. Well, I was not happy about it, that was for sure. And that little thing, like, grew into a big bubble, and it just was silly. And, I got on YouTube when I probably shouldn't have. And thank you guys for all your comments, and was just really upset. I just had a lot going on. And marriage is super, super, super hard. And, you know, we don't have like tons of bad days, but marriage is still hard sometimes. Agreeing on this or that. And, you know, he is my best friend. But he's also somebody who really gets on my nerves sometimes. But that doesn't mean I don't love him. And I do love my husband. It's just real life, you guys. And anybody who gets on and portrays that it's perfect all the time and that, you know, there's never a disagreement or an argument or anything like that are just full of crap. It's not true. Let's move on to Instagram. Thank you guys, and I'm doing better. Just had an emotional day. Okay, so 2 parts crazy. Asked, what part of running a household do you find the hardest to nail down? Menu planning, cleaning schedule, etc. Were there any aha moments, products, systems that made something that used to be a major challenge better? Well, the cleaning schedule was pretty hard. You know, my grandparents had somebody that came and cleaned, and my grandfather did laundry. So for years, I didn't really have to do that stuff. And my first time moving into my own house was a challenge. And I was having trouble figuring out a cleaning schedule. And God, I was 19 or 20. And what helped me during that time was Fly Lady. And she's still around after all these years. And it's a system that you can implement in your life to clean different zones. And she really, really helped me get it together. Another problem that was hard to nail down was laundry. I didn't do laundry. My family made sure the laundry was done every day, every week or whatever. And looking back, I'm so grateful because now I'm the one who has to do all of the laundry. And it's a lot of work. And I've destroyed things over the years learning how to do laundry. But you live and you learn. And those 2 things were hard to nail down. And now I think I'm, you know, at a point in my life where I don't expect my house to be a museum, you guys. It is lived in. There is cat hair on the floor sometimes. There's some dishes in the sink every once in a while. I don't like dishes in the sink, but sometimes there are. There are messes that come alive when you have a family. And I do my best to keep it cleaned. And I have a pretty good routine down. And I'll share more about that. I've shared quite a few cleaning videos with you guys. Some of it was more in-depth and was probably a little overwhelming. But right now I am doing weekly cleaning once a week. Right now it's on Wednesdays. Used to be on Mondays, but Mondays I usually have a big blog post, and I like that. But I try to keep up every day. And then, you know, on other days throughout the week when I'm not making videos or editing or running errands or whatever else I have to do, shuffling kids around, I do like different zones and different little projects and different areas to keep up with things because it's a big job. We've thought about getting somebody to clean the house. People think I'm nuts when I say that. They're like, you stay at home, why can't you do it? Well, I don't always want to clean, but I do pretty much feel like the house is clean. Sometimes it's cluttered, but for the most part, it's clean and a home. So, any aha moments or products? Well, the Mr. Clean Eraser cleans a bathtub like nobody's business. I don't know if I will ever get anything else to really clean a bathtub or a shower. They're amazing. The dollar store ones work too, but they are super, super, super good. I don't know about anything else. Any aha moments? I think that's about it. Cleaning's cleaning. But that magic clean eraser is perfect for the bathtubs. Catsun84 said, "Hey Keisha, I was wondering what cruise holiday you enjoyed the most and which cruise line you favor. Me and my husband loves Royal Caribbean, but are curious to try other cruise lines. By the way, loved your cruise vlogs. I've only been on Carnival. I can't remember all the ships. I'd have to go look. The Triumph, the Paradise, and the other 3 I really don't remember. I know there's 5 total. It's all been Carnival. And, you know, Carnival, you know, I know people talk a lot of crap about Carnival, and I kind of did too, because after you've been on that one particular line 5 times at least, it seems a little redundant. For anybody new wanting to go on a cruise and need to take a family and be on a budget, that is perfect. And we took a lot of family members who generally probably could not afford cruises that were super, super high. And we had a big party, and a lot of people's tickets were discounted. That was a big thing with Carnival, since we were returning sailors, I don't know what you might call it, returning guests. We got discounts, and so it made it easier for people who were in our family who maybe couldn't afford to go on a cruise, could go. My mom and Don paid for some people's tickets on the Carnival cruise this last trip, so they needed things to be in budget. We couldn't just take a big Alaskan cruise or anything with as many people going. There was limited time on who could take off for however long, so it was definitely you know, budget friendly. And for budget friendly, it's quite nice. I mean, there's other cruise ships that are probably even nicer, obviously, but you know, for first time people going on a cruise, it's not the worst experience. And I do like Carnival overall, but I just felt like I'd seen it so many times that it is time to venture to another line. So I can't tell you about any of the other lines, but I do want to try some out. What do you love about Scott and vice versa from your favorite YouTuber, Donna? That's sweet. Scott can answer his later. I don't know. I love a lot of things about Scott. He definitely is like a go-getter, and it's kind of inspirational because he really is dedicated to his job and to working and us, and I know he loves me, even though we have our arguments and sometimes I want to leave. I do know that he loves me, and he's weathered the years, and that's something I love about him too, his loyalty. He's been around for a long time, never had a cheating issue with him. If I did, I'd probably walk out. I'm not sure I could handle that. But I have a lot of history and a lot of memories with Scott, and I love him for a lot of those memories. Some of them are not so good, but you can look back and laugh on a lot of them. I know he loves his family, and yeah, those are some of the things I love about him. He's a good guy. I have trouble living with him sometimes, though. He is hyper, and it's different than what I am, and sensitive. He's definitely probably the most sensitive men I've ever been with. He gets his feelings hurt super easy, and it is a life that we've created, and I love that the most. So not every moment is perfect, but I do love him, and I love a lot of stuff about him. What do you love most about doing YouTube, and how do you deal with the negative comments from the I don't know how to say this, Madam's family, I guess. I love talking to you guys. I love, like, actually hearing from you in the comments. I love getting to know you, and I love the ideas that sometimes you give me, and the help that you've offered, the love and the prayers, all of it is what I love the most about doing YouTube. I do love sharing with you guys. You know, I was sharing with you guys before I was making money, or before I was making YouTube videos. I was sharing just because I wanted to, and that has not changed throughout the years. I started out with the blog and ended up on YouTube, and I really love the community. How do I deal with the negative comments? Those are hard. Some people leave negative comments on YouTube, some on hate blogs, some on their own blogs. And, you know, some of the comments have been anywhere from, like, Scott shows the dog more affection than Kisha, or, I don't know, just really mean stuff. And first off, I don't know why people would think that's the case. Maybe just because I'm videoing sometimes and Scott walks in and I show him loving on the dog. I don't like to look down in the shower, you guys. I don't video Scott showing me affection. So some of the negative comments I chalk up to just being kind of stupid. The other ones that hurt my feelings, the truth is I never let really anybody know what comments those are, usually. Because if negative people see that a certain type of comment bothers you, they will just leave them over and over and over. So I generally keep those to myself. I used to fight back, and I'm trying to see how long I've been talking. Sometimes I would fight back, but that doesn't get me anywhere, and it makes me look like a crazy person. And there's actually a person who has started a blog about me, and they're like in our family. And that person tells hate sites that something new is on the blog, or has commented on other people's YouTube videos as me. They have done some severe damage. I don't really know how to deal with that, and I'm not going to act like I do. Trying to press charges through internet crimes and all that kind of stuff and harassment is very, very hard at this stage of the game. You know, with stuff, you see it on TV a lot where, you know, somebody is pressing charges for being taunted online or something like that. But most people are not always hiding who they are. And while I pretty much know who this person is, proving it's something else, and even if I could prove it, it's not a person I really want to bring out into the open at this time. So it gets you down, and you just have to get back up, I guess. I don't know. I try just not to let it bother me, and I try to be kind back now, because I mean, there's nothing I can do to control anybody, and it definitely is hard. And if you're on YouTube, you got to have a thick skin. You got to know people are going to say stuff about your hair. I mean, my hair looks awful today. I'll probably have a whole bunch of negative comments about that. Needs cut too. I wasn't as crazy about how she cut it last time. I don't know why I'm getting off on that, but let's move on. You know, you just move on. That's exactly what you do. What does Scott think about electric hybrid cars? Does he recommend them? He thinks they're crap, and he can answer that for himself. And that came from 2B Chantel, I believe. I like them, but I guess finding places to charge them and stuff is not always easy. I think it depends on the area, but I'll let Scott answer that for himself. Carper, do you have any favorite type of food? Are you more of a traditional in your taste? I love Thai food, and my husband loves meat and potatoes. I'm pretty rounded. I am on a big Japanese Chinese kick right now. Love Japanese. It's one of my favorite foods. Love Chinese too. I love pasta. I love a steak and a baked potato. I'm pretty well-rounded. I love food. Are you planning on getting, well, Honeybee207 said, are you planning on getting another dog in the near future? I think you remember talking about getting one in one of your vlogs. yes, I'm hoping to get another dog. Now, I want a German Shepherd. Scott is a little on the line on that. We're still working that out. I think we're going to get one. I want one that, you know, the kids are getting a little bit older, and if I run to the grocery store for 30 minutes, I'd like to have a dog in here that I feel that would really protect them. Cooper would try probably, but he's still a golden retriever. He doesn't really have much of an aggressive bone. He's loud, and but when it came down to it, I don't think Cooper would be aggressive, really. But you never know. But yes, I want a new dog. We're trying to determine what dog. You know, it was between an Afghan hound, and you know, if you don't know how beautiful those are, I'll slide in a picture. And then the other one was a German Shepherd. And another one that we were thinking about getting was like a smaller dog. But we're really not small dog people, but we were thinking something small. I don't really know. I was thinking like a Cocker Spaniel. Scott don't really want a Cocker Spaniel. So right now we're stuck on the German Shepherd. But we'll see. Heck, you know, I want to get through school shopping and all of that kind of stuff before I go get a puppy, but we definitely will, probably. My daughter asked, is Brittany one of your favorite children? No, Brittany, you're not one of my favorite children. I love you, but I don't have favorites. I love all of you guys. Ping 2003, how do you remember to take medicine on a regular basis? I don't really take medicine on a regular basis except for Advil PM. There's nothing I take for my migraines on a regular basis. I take the Imitrex shot. I do have like a video I can put in case you guys want to see it. It's like a non-narcotic, works really well. I hate taking it though. They do have pills and a nose spray. Nose spray I didn't like. The pills didn't work as well on my migraines. But I don't take any medicine on a daily basis. If I did, I'm sure it would be probably in here. It would also probably be wherever I had to take it. So if it was something I had to take in the morning, it would be in the kitchen area. Now, Jackson takes medication, and his medication is given to him by me every morning, or by Scott, and it's just habit. It's just getting into the habit. If I had to take it with food, I would probably keep it in the kitchen. If it was something I had to take before bed, I'd keep it upstairs. The Advil PM just sit out on my nightstand, and I just take them. And they help me sleep better. It's hard to sleep, but I just think it's about setting up a good routine. So if you got something you got to take all the time, try to get caught up on a routine. So I don't really know how long I've been filming. I have the camera in a different kind of way, and it's not sharing. And it's morning, and if you can't tell, I'm not sad. I just am quiet, and I'm not all like woke up yet. But this is the first set of questions I'm answering. I'll be back, and I'll be more lively in a different video. Sorry about my hair. It's just crazy looking today. But next week, I will have Brittany here. And I will be picking her up on Sunday of this week. And we are going to be doing some mom and daughter stuff. And she's only here for a week. And it's very hard because she has cheerleading camp, she has cheerleading practice, she has school a month sooner than Jackson, and trying to figure out a time for her to come down is just really hard. It'd be easier if I went up, and I probably should, but she really wanted to come down, and being away from home a long time is also hard, so it's easier to bring her here sometimes. So she is coming up, and Scott will have to work every day except the 2 days that we move her around, and Tuesday. So, you know, that doesn't mean that Scott and all of us are going to get a lot of family time in. He works till 8 or 9 o'clock. So I think what we're going to do is take off for a couple of days, go get a hotel, probably go up to Lake Lure, go to the Biltmore, go to the beach at Lake Lure. That's where the Dirty Dancing thing, and just kind of hang out there for a couple of days without any boys, and maybe do some hiking. And it's really quite interesting because I've never done anything like this without a guy, without a husband, or a boyfriend, because I've had boyfriends before. And, you know, just doing it all on my own. Like, it's different with a 13-year-old. So I think we're going to do some stuff, and my video schedule might be a little wonky next week. I'll try to get some videos pre-recorded. She's also somebody, I think Monday and Tuesday we'll do school shopping, and then take off on Wednesday, come back on Friday, and she'll leave either Saturday or Sunday. There's something going on up there for Saturday that she wants to go back for. Sunday's the travel day to take her back. We still haven't figured out if we're going to accommodate her, like the whole family, my ex-husband and me. Scott on Saturday, because Scott still has to work. I don't know if he can take off. He'll try maybe for Saturday. But if not, she'll have to go home on Sunday. So I do have some videos that I'm going to try to get up, you know, that will be during that time. I'll answer some more questions in another video where I'm a little more lively. Sorry you got me in the morning today, and that's just what it is. It is quiet, and I got up and I read in my prayer book, and then I got up and read in a little bit of Love the Home You Have. I checked emails, and here I am. So I still got a lot to do today, and I'm going to try to record a few other videos. I have some more giveaways coming up. I could do a giveaway every day because I'm reviewing products, and when I review products, I like to share them with you guys. If I'm asking you to watch a video showing, you know, something, I like to get you guys something like a giveaway or a discount code, or both generally. So I have some giveaways coming up. Stay tuned for those. I have that big one on the bark thing for your dogs. I can't wait to share that with you. I have one on some dental stuff. I have one on some baby stuff, I guess, baby stuff. So lots of stuff coming up, but I do have a busy week. So I don't know exactly how the video schedule is going to roll out. I do like them going live at midnight, but right now that's just not working out, and we will just do what we can, and I will see you when I can. Thank you guys for sending in all your questions. I've got a ton more on YouTube that I will be getting to. There is a special video already live, and if you are watching this for the first time and you want to leave one of your questions, you still have time. You can leave it on YouTube on that video, and I will definitely get back to that. And I'll be getting back to that like next week. It's not going to be a month out or anything. I'll be getting one up, you know, before we take off or something, and maybe it'll be a video every other day. I don't know exactly how we're going to do it, but we're going to do it. And Brittany does sleep a lot in the mornings, so I probably still have time to get videos filmed. And obviously I'll be vlogging some. She's a little more shy on camera, but I think she'll be fine. And I can't wait to get her here, and then when I take her back, Jackson comes home too. And then Jackson's home for close to a month before starting school. And we maybe will have 2 boys starting school, or 2 kids starting school sometime in the near future. So I'm really excited about that, and we're kind of doing everything that we have to do on that end. And I feel your prayers on that and your love, and thank you guys for following us along. Even though I can't like speak of it, and I can't give you names or details like I want to, just know that we are working hard in the direction of expanding our family here in this house, and we're hoping it all works out, and we're hoping it works out before school. We'll see. And anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any more questions, leave them on that YouTube video. Leave them on this video if you want in the down bar. If you have any questions on any or thoughts on anything I said, you can leave those below also. And check out my blog for more pictures and information. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.